Have you ever listened to the positive vibe musical piece You're Not Alone from the popular role-playing video game Final Fantasy II? A lot of people love it because they find warmth or comfort in it. They consider it a reminder of friendship and family, that no matter how isolated one feels, all one has to do is realize that his/her actions affect others' feelings and potentially the directions of their lives. From this composition and its corresponding cutscene in the video game itself, some conclude that there is no such thing as pure individualism, that we are all in this system called life together, whether we agree to it or not. At first glance, that's quite heartwarming, until you think about the matter some more. No one can quote-unquote get inside you, at least not until the government or private industry develops mechanisms that can hack into your brain, store your most personal thoughts in their databases, and use it against you in the court of law, aka, what was that movie? TED 2. I think TED 2 might be an example of that. Or at least provoke you into purchasing all sorts of expensive luxuries you don't need. And to be honest, these control schemes always exist and are used against you now. Just ask the NCA if they'll disclose it to you. Outside of the potential for such technology-induced mind control, you truly are isolated. It is impossible to feel full intimacy, and if you could, you would learn all of the vile thoughts that those you hold most dear have about you. Do you ever fantasize about harming someone you're convinced that you love? Of course you have. Everyone has. You shrug it off as, well, it's okay because everybody has these feelings. They're just instinctive. But psychological studies have frequently shown that we as people are sensitive creatures. We feel hurt when we're called fat, or told that we look ordinary, or don't get invited to social events. But what if you learned of your mother's and father's innermost thoughts? What if you could hear your mother's innermost voice saying, perhaps daily, I was getting by all right, and I got knocked up with kids, blarg. That alone may not bother you too much until you consider the images in her mind that go along with those thoughts. I would explain them to you, but perhaps you could use your imagination. Just be glad I'm not as cruel as your mother. Whatever you do, just remember, while your dog sleeps in your lap, you are making love to your girlfriend, or even when you kiss the bride after you say I do, you are ultimately isolated. You are alone.